I just want to thank him. Come on, just lift your hands all over the building. In this little place, I know it looks like a gym, but we know pack this space on your sanctuary today where we can meet God. And this is what I want you to do. I want you to open up your mouth and say, God, I need you right now. Say, God, I need you right now. When everything else fails, God, I need you. You're going to forever stand. You're going to forever be God. You're going to be over everything in my life. Come on, clap your hands today. Clap your hands today. This day, 10 years ago, God allowed us to be seated. God allowed us to start our ministry, and I'm grateful and I am thankful. Today I know we celebrated a few weeks ago, but for today I'm thankful for you today. And within the 10 years there have been some ups and there have been some downs. There have been times where the enemy tried to make us quit, make us feel like we were inadequate, we're smart enough, wouldn't holy enough, wouldn't save enough, or whatever that enough wasn't. So the enemy tried to bring, even now, through circumstances and trials, God is still good. And I just want to read something that we used to do when we started. I want you all to say this with me. Today I choose to live by choice. And not by chance. To make changes, not excuses. To be motivated, not manipulated. To be useful and not used. To excel, not compete. I choose self-esteem, not self-pity. I choose to listen to the voice of God. Not the opinion of others. Today, yes, today, I choose to follow God. Come on, clap your hands. We used to say that. I want you to go with me very briefly to the 20th division of Psalm. The 20th division of Psalm. I'm not going to be before you long. I don't want to bore you long. We have been out of town and it's time for the boy to get back to work. So I'm not going to bore you long. I'm not going to hold you. But in the 20th division of Psalm, glad to see our guests, glad to see my brother out again this morning. Come on, y'all, let's give him a hand. Glad to see Medina this morning. Would you together for a worship? Glad to see our young guest this morning. She's here again. And I'm just so glad to see each and every one of you today. Those of you that are at home that's watching, may God bless you real good. The 20th division of Psalm, the 7th verse, and you will find these words. It says, some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we trust, somebody say we trust, in the name of the Lord our God. I want to talk very briefly from the subject topic. I trust God. I choose to trust God. Somebody say, I choose to trust God. Life, Sister Tasha, as you know, is so unpredictable. Life is not predictable. There's always changes. Ladina, there's always some ups, there's always some downs. There's always some ins and some outs. There comes a point in our life that we don't know how we got into a thing. And when you don't know how you got into a thing, God knows you sure don't know how to get out of it. When you don't know how you got into something, you must depend on someone or something to help you out. Lady Robin used to call me. I used to be at work. She would call me and say, well, I'm here at such place, but I'm trying to get here. Before she'd tell me where she is, I'm trying to get to a place. I don't know how to get where I need to be. The first thing that I will ask her, brother, where are you at? I don't know where I'm at. I said, well, how can I tell you where you need to be if you don't know where you are? One day, Brother Josh shaking his head. One day, Brother Josh, your mother-in-law got stuck in a roundabout. Can you imagine? Have any of us ever found ourselves stuck? Yes, Sister Nally, she was just going round and round. She called me on the phone. Which one do I come out of? Do any of us in life ever find ourselves stuck in a roundabout? Go around and round. When God brings you out, you don't know which exit to take to get out of it. You just keep going around and round. You find yourself in the same door relationship. You keep finding yourself on the same dead-end job. You keep finding yourself stuck in the same addictions. You're stuck in a place. You don't know where to go because you don't understand where you are. So you have to call on somebody that you trust that can give you the right directions in your unpredictable life. There's some things that the enemy throws at us unexpectedly. Things can be going so well that boom, all of a sudden jobs begin to close, pandemics hit. Things can be going well, boom, the loss of a spouse. Things can be going well, then boom, things can begin to happen. Things begin, as your grandmama used to say, monkey wrenches begin to get thrown into your plans. So life is unpredictable. When you cannot see a resolution, there must be trust. Trust. What is trust? Trust is a firm belief in the reliability or the ability, strength of someone or something. That's trust. Trust is assured or in the reliance on the character or the ability of someone or something. Trust is one in which confidence is placed. That's trust. When you trust something, when you trust someone, you put all of your thought or your mission in the abilities that they can accomplish what you need accomplished. All right. Trust. Somebody say, I trust. David, as the song master, Brother Jay, a prolific songwriter, the first 4 verses, David began to write, but before he wrote this particular verse, it says there was an interlude. The interlude is a pause to get you to reflect on what was said and to get you ready what was coming next. God has some of us in a spiritual interlude because he tries to get you to reflect and meditate on what happened before and to get you ready for what's getting ready to happen next. What are you trying to say, brother pastor? God was good to you on yesterday, so God said, I'm getting ready to put a pause in there where things may not seem like they're going right, but I want you to get ready for tomorrow to let you know that I'm still good. Somebody say, God is still good. God is still good. Watch what David said that some trust in chariots and horses. Back in the biblical days, in the biblical times, the chariots and horses represented strength, represented military strength. It symbolized reliability. But watch what David says, some trust in chariots and some trust in horses. What David was saying that there are so many people that are relying on physical abilities and not on the spiritual abilities. And I need somebody in here this morning to understand that even though a chariot and a horse represent strength, that a chariot will rust out and then a horse will pull up later. But God is still going to be God. They trust in the wrong stuff. There's some people in our lives that depending on the wrong stuff. We think because we go to work and we get up and go to work, but we don't realize that God gave us the strength because we're relying on our own physical abilities. We're depending on the paycheck that we're going to get on Friday, not realizing that God gave us the strength and the knowledge to get those finances. We're depending on our boo to do so much stuff, but not realizing that God breathed breath into your lungs. Depending on too many things. Said horse. They depend on the horses and they depend on the chariots. A horse is a vain hope of deliverance. The horse represents strength, but it is a vain hope for deliverance. And a lot of us, we're building our trust on things that we can see. For the Bible said that now faith is. I wish I had some Bible readers in the house. It says now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Even though I don't see it, I still have faith and trust in God that he's going to do it. I may not have a degree right now, but I believe and trust God is going to do it. I may not have a little but I trust God. I trust him. I trust God. David, I want to know how much David believed in God. David trusted God. David trusted God so that even when Saul was after him, and David had plenty of times, many opportunities to take care of Saul when he never had to work again. But David remember where it said, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. David said, I'm not going to trust him because he's going to lead me through the valley of the shadow of death where I will fear no evil. Why? Because he is with me. Somebody say, I trust God. 2 Chronicles 32:8 lets us know that even though it seems like the enemy has the upper hand, is there anybody besides me that ever felt like the enemy had the upper hand over you, where it seems like no matter what you did, it seems like you just could not get out of your own way? It seems like when you take one step forward, you get knocked 4 steps backwards. We don't skip the 2 or 3 steps, but we get knocked 4 steps backwards. And it seems like the enemy is holding everything over your head, Sister Tasha. Everything that you went through in your past, the enemy tries to bring it up like a rainstorm and begin to cloud up your life and begin to allow the storms to fall down on you. But I stand here to declare that the God is alive, because once you stand on the word of God, God said, I am with you. I am more than those that come against you. No matter what the enemy tries to throw in your face, you can say, God said that I'm more than a conqueror. When the enemy said that you're no good, you can say, well, God said I'm a wonderful and fearfully made. I say, I trust God. Not only, watch this, not only did David just say this, because I don't want to twist the scripture, but I want you to see how it said, David said, I will trust in the name. I'm going to trust in the name. Somebody say that what is his name. His name is whatever you need God to be. When Moses had a conversation with God, and he began to say, look, God, I'm not adequate enough to go down and pull these people out of Egypt. And God said, I have put an assignment over your life. And he said, well, who should I say sent me? He said, just tell them that I am sent you. So whatever you need God to be, trust in that. What? Say the name deliverance. What's in the name healing? What's in the name peace? What's in the name joy? When the I am said that I am, I just need you to trust that he's going to be whatever you need him to be. I wish I had somebody to say that I trust God. And when you begin to trust in God, that means you're putting everything else to the side. When I begin to think about how do I know that I can trust God, so I began to call somebody on the telephone. I began to call Brother Abram. I said, Brother Abram, how do I know that I can trust God? He said, well, God told me to leave my house. He said, go to a land that I'm getting ready to show you. And he said, I'm going to make your name greater than the stars. I'm going to make your descendants more than the sand on the ground. That's how you know you will trust God. Then I made another phone call. I said, Brother Gideon, how do I know I can trust God? Gideon told me, he said, boy, just sit down for a second. But I had so many men that was getting ready to fight with me. But God told me I need to separate some of them that was rolling by my side. And when I removed some of those old fears that I had in my life, then I went back to God and said, God, now I'm ready to fight. But God said, no, you still got too many on your side. And Gideon began to release some more folk. And God said, now you're ready to fight. And he said, that's how you know you can trust God. And I began to make another phone call. I began to call 3 people. I did a 3-way call. I called Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. I said, boys, how do I know that I can trust God? They began to tell me when I was down in the fiery furnace. And it seems like all things were going all the wrong way. Jesus stepped into the fire with me. That's how we know leave it by yourself. He's going to get down in it with you. Brother Josh, I know you can testify when it felt like you were down alone by yourself, but you still felt something on the inside. There was God letting you know that even though you're in here, I still have my hands on you. I just need somebody to say that I trust God. Is there anybody that can truly say I trust Him because I have experience with Him? The only way you can trust something if you have experience with Him. And I just need a few worshipers in the house that throw your head back and scream and open up your mouth and say, trust me. I say, I trust Him. I trust Him because I have experienced His grace. I've experienced His mercy. I experienced His love. When you trust something, you trust someone, you recognize the abilities that they have. Watch this. We need to trust God as much as He trusts us. And I know sometimes we say God don't give us things because He can't trust us with it. That's true. But watch this. I realized something. God gives. Watch this. What He requires. God gives what He requires. He gave love, so He requires love. He gives grace, He requires grace. He gives mercy, He requires mercy. He gives us finances, and He gives us health, He gives us work, so He requires that. So, He gives what He requires. And if we trust in His abilities, we must do what it requires. Somebody shout, I trust God. So from this day forward, what are we going to do to display our trust in Him? I may have to do this another time. I didn't get halfway through anything.
Good word.
Trusting, watch this. I'm so glad I hear this word. Trusting God is a choice. It's nothing He's going to twist your arm to make you believe in Him. That's why we must say, I choose to trust